good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Quasi, give me a good beat to get to this.
So my girl Vivica Fox is back at it again. And family, she still do look good. Like, y'all know I'm thirsty. Booty clapper Sims. If I ever saw her, I would definitely buy her some sandals and weaves. I mean, I'm just saying, this YouTube check this month is gonna be over at least $75. So planetO'Shea@gmail.com if you ladies want somebody like me to buy you something for Christmas. But anyways, Vivica A. Fox is an excellent actress. I mean, hey, I can't hate on her, but she is terrible at relationships. I mean, she's kind of similar to the Las Vegas Raiders in that record over there. You know, you look good at first and you always end up losing. But hey, that's just what the Raiders do. But anyways, let me get back to the goddamn point here. Vivica A. Fox was at some little struggle conference talking about her life and talking about why she don't have kids. Now I want to kind of talk about this. Whenever a black man, and actually stop the show crazy, whenever a black man is like 40 or 45 or 50, like we just can't be rich. Stop the show again.
I mean, I do got $100 on my ATM card right now though, so I'm feeling pretty good about myself.
But you know what I'm trying to say? We just can't just be rich. We just can't be selective, you know? But if you like 35 and you doing good in life and you ain't got no kids, you're gay, you like Dennis Rodman, you know, you just like anybody else that's transgender, you like RuPaul and all this other kind of stuff, this is what they say about you. You know what I mean? And no, Dennis Rodman ain't gay, I don't think, but they try to call you that. It's a problem, right? You know, what you mean you 40, you ain't married, you gay, you scared of women, you don't like, you one of those Tyler Perry type of guys, and I'm not saying that, that's what they be kind of saying, right? But anyway, but Vivica A. Fox, she's 50 something with no kids, never been married, and nobody ever calls her gay. Women never call her gay, right? It's all good. Because why? You can be a sister with no man, no husband, weaves and sandals all the way up, running your mouth, and you can never be gay. But if you're a black man and you don't have no kids, you are hella gay.
You ugly.
Okay, so she was talking about how she don't never want to have kids and never had kids because, hell, she got God kids. She got 6 of them. She can drive over there and pick them up, like give me like a driving sound crazy, and go over there and pick them up and then bring them back and all type of other stuff, right? And then whenever she gets ready to leave, she can just leave and go back and do her thing, which stop the show, which is nothing much. Go over there and be terrible on Fox Soul, which is the worst YouTube channel on the network. I'm just saying though, don't be mad at me, which is why I don't never go over there. But y'all are trash, I'm just saying. That's what happened, right? It's cool. But then she says that she has never met a man that she can have kids with. And all those black women, give me like an ovation sound in the background, they were all applause in that, right? She never met a man she can have kids with. So that's why she never had them. Now, let's kind of transpose that. Give me like a rewind effect. Let's transpose that. What if you were a black man and you say this, sad music? You know what? I'm a black man, I'm rich. I love flying first class. I love going to Uganda and buying everybody's sandals. I'm rich. Oh, by the way, I never found one of you women out there good enough for me, good enough for O'Shea Duke Jackson from Del Paso Heights that I can have kids with. Now stop the show. Y'all will be mad as hell at me, right? Saying something like that. Now, does sound a little, you know, I am the truth, so you know what I'm saying. I'm just don't be mad. A lot of y'all want me. But do you get what I'm saying? If we say something like that, it says like, wow, that guy hasn't met a lady, maybe it's something wrong with him. Which it could be true, right? Because there's somebody out there that's probably worth having my children. You know what I mean? And she says she hasn't met a man yet. Well, you met a lot of men that were high value or high worth. Maybe what you mean, Vivica A. Fox, is a man, or you were not worth it to a man to have kids with. See, you see how that sounds? You didn't meet a man because you were busy in your career and all this. I can understand that. Well, Beyonce met a man. Okay? There are other ladies out there. Hell, even Sierra. She got a simp and met a man. Are we really saying, Vivica, that you were not high value of a woman enough that a man that would have selected you but didn't because of your attitude? A man didn't select you because of how you represent yourself. I'm almost stuttering. You see that? You see that? You see that? You see that? A man. Almost stuttering. But see, are we not talking about that? Because see, you were not worthy enough. That's what that means. Could it also mean that? Yes. But see, women want to always make it as if, oh, you know what? There is no man that I could have found. You know, as if you had that many options. And you had options to, you know, booty clapping sounds, guys would date you, but nobody wanted to marry you because you didn't put off that energy. You are the one responsible as to why you don't have a kid. And you didn't make that choice because a guy that you did marry was a bum. The guy that you married didn't have anything. You married him though, right? You walked down the aisle with him. So you would walk down the aisle with a man that you couldn't have kids with? No, because if he would have got you pregnant, you would have had it. The fact is, by the time you were in your 30s, all the guys that were high value that you wanted in your industry, they was not checking for you. Just tell the truth. Let's just decode all that nonsense. And there's so many ladies out there with this kind of nonsense talk that doesn't make any sense. Because as a black man, if I go out there and say, none of these women are worth it, number one, that's considered hate speech. And then number two, that is untrue. Because there are certainly women at my level and at my level of education and at my level of earnings, I should be able to go out and find a woman like that. And Vivica A. Fox, at her prime, in her beauty, and where she was living and located, you would be able to find it. But you are acting like there was no man worth having a baby by because you couldn't attract them. That's a personal problem. It's just like me saying that, you know what? Oh, there's none of these women out here I can have a kid with. There's no woman worth me having that. See, then that's hate speech. It's also the same thing if a woman says something like that. And women clap behind that. But when somebody says that about you, then the guy is gay, right? He hates his mother. He hates himself. And that's the hypocrisy that goes around in black media entertainment. And it needs to stop. Like, stop trying to belittle the guys that you chose, number one. Stop trying to belittle the guys that you couldn't get, number two. And three, stop lying. Stop trying to make yourself feel better about the fact that you're 53, you're not married, and you don't have no kids, so you can make all these other ladies out there who've made similar bad dating decisions feel good about themselves. When you don't see that in other communities, really. Like, imagine somebody, if you look at the communities that are beating African Americans in the USA. We understand slavery and all that, and I get it, that's fine. Let's look at Asians. Where is the Asian lady that gets up there and says, there's nobody in the Asian community I can marry and have a baby by? And she's as successful as Vivica A. Fox. Let's go to the Latin community and see any Latin American woman that's doing good, be it Hispanic or Dominican or Puerto Rican. Will you say that? No. Indian Americans. Nobody will say that, okay? Because women understand how to mate in those cultures. But when you don't know how to mate, stop trying to blame it on the fact that you can't pick a right man. You just don't know how to mate. You don't know how to select. So you want to hide behind your job and your accomplishments. And I am one who appreciates women who can actually do those kind of things. I'm not a hater, but we're not going to lie about it. Like, let's stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
But guys, I gotta stop giving Vivica A. Fox his work. I got more stuff to edit. Shout out to Gary. Shout out to me for being as talented as I am. I know that it's hard. I know that you're mad and it's not my fault. But check out the first comment pin to the dot. Check out the Patreon. Check out all my stuff. And as you guys know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.